Hello, assalamu alaikum and good morning. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Technology 2023. This is Practical Civil Engineering. Today, my topic is the aggregate road base. As per the pavement section, aggregate road base is the part of the pavement structure. As per our section, pavement type section, the aggregate road base thickness is 200 mm layer. So we are laid this in two parts, first lift and second lift. Each lift is 100 mm. As you can see, we already started the road base laying first layer. One lane is laid and the compaction is ongoing in that area, and the other lane is still ongoing now here. As you can see, the curb stone is almost completed both sides of the carriageway. The width of the carriageway is 6.6 meter. The length of the carriageway is 150 mm. The blank space where we didn't install the curb stone, this is the part of the junction. Later on, this will be tied with the existing parking of the near the mosque. As you can see it here, it is now ongoing. The aggregate size, the maximum size of the aggregate for the base should not be more than 50 mm. The layer thickness should not be 150 mm, but as per our section we have thickness 250 mm, 200 mm. So that's why we are laying this in two lift, 100 mm first lift and 100 mm second lift. The initial loading should be done by the ruler and then to be followed by the PTR. As you can see here, the PTR is now ongoing and compacting the area. As you can see, the small baby ruler is especially we are using in the curve area and the junctions near the curb stone to make proper compaction near the curb stone. As you can see it here, the paver is now ongoing here. This is called sensor, which is followed the first layer which we already laid as per the design level. Just only the compaction margin is there. As you can see it here, this is a sensor. The light is on. The laying is in progress. If there is any segregation is found, so the area to be covered by the mixed material, I need to be put some fine material to cover the segregation. As you can see it here, segregation actually the separation of the material of the coarse from the fine. On the other side, we are using the curb stone as a sensor. For the sensor, this is the screed box. The auger is mixing the material, sending back side. As you can see it here, this is the sensor which is running over the curb stone, because the curb stone reference level is the top level of the wearing course, so it is followed the curb stone here. As you can see it here, the curb stone laying is ongoing for the second lane. The width of the carriageway is 6 meter. As you can see it here, it's almost tied with the existing one. As you can see it here, the blackish point, this is called the existing prime coat. One side compaction is ongoing and the second side laying is ongoing now here. For the road base and asphalt, it's required a special team, and these are the skilled people which they knows in how to do the work. This is a complete team, which including the foreman, the charge hand, the supervisor, the screwman, rackman, and these are all professional people. As you can see it here, this is the loose laid road base. Now the compaction is started here by steel roller. It will make 3-4 passes with high vibration to reach up to the required density. When it's finishes final rolling, then it will be followed by the PTR. As you can see it here, it's almost completed the road base laying here. The final rolling is now ongoing here by the PTR. As you can see in the width of the carriageway, there's only the asphalt area. Asphalt is left here. Asphalt base course and the wearing course. We have 5 centimeter wearing course and we have 8 centimeter asphalt base course, and this per our section detail. As you can see it here is almost completed the laying. One side we have raised curb, on the other side we have flush curb. Because beside the flush curb we have the parking area, so this will be, after the parking area we will fix the raised curb. The compaction now is ongoing here. They will make the compaction until they will not reach to the required density. The required density is required 100 mm. 100% compaction is required per road base. The minimum CBR is 80%. Now we started the compaction test by the nuclear density gauge. The test will be conducted at 200 square meter. One test will be conducted. One test include 1 meter area radius. 3 tests will be conducted in 2 meter radius area, and the average should be taken for this. This is the nuclear density gauge. The test to be conducted by the third party. It's almost compacted. This is now the compaction test is already done for the first layer. Now we proceed for the second layer. The second layer, first line is already completed. The second line is now ongoing here. Before was conducted the first layer. Now this is the second layer ongoing here. For the first layer we are conducted only visual inspection and NDT test, nuclear density gauge test is required for this one. And if we get compaction 100%, then we will proceed for the second layer. This is now one lane is almost completed, and this is now break time, and we are waiting for the people. After the break they will continue for the second layer. Almost one lane is completed, as you can see it here. Near to 100 meters still balance the second lane. This is called paver machine. It's called PTR. PTR is now rolling is ongoing here also. As you can see it here, now the spot is only balanced here. 8 centimeter spot and 5 centimeter wearing course is balanced in this spot. Once the road base second layer will be completed, then we will proceed for the next activities, which I will discuss you later in the next video. As you can see it here, this is the existing joint, the existing road base, final layer here. The blackish surface is the prime coat, but it's becoming dusty. We will repeat this one and we will go for the next one. This is the tie-in point. It's still ongoing, waiting for the material. As you can see it here, the asphalt, existing asphalt. This is the part of the project. We will match our asphalt as well here. The final ruling near the curb stone should be done by the baby ruler to avoid damaging of the curb stone as well as sliding and slippage of the curb stone. During the compaction and the final inspection, The surface should be checked. There should be no over moisture area, no rubbish material is there, no crack should be on the surface. So then this will be acceptable for the final testing. As you can see it here, some segregation found, therefore some fine material to cover this area. The last point, tie-in point, is almost completed. I will show you now the asphalt cut joint is already cut. But the next activities will be proceed maybe after 2 days. We will proceed for the asphalt. So the asphalt joint is cut in advance, and the joint should be cut transversely with 2 meter staggered joints. This asphalt joints will be removed and will be tied with the new asphalt, which we are planned for the next coming 2 days. Will we proceed for this one? The final compaction for the road base is ongoing now here. This ruler weight should be from 8 to 10, 8 to 12 tons. The small ruler should be from 3 to 5 tons. Compaction near the grub stone is ongoing now here, and you will see the final product. It's very in good condition because this is the professional team, and then they are doing very good job. This is the flag mains which instructed the trucks and the PTR if they will move through and through. So he will aware the people to avoid of any near miss or any accident here. Now the team is coming. The laying is completed. The final ruling is done, and the third parties came for the final inspection and final testing. Our team verified everything, the surface inspection, and now we'll be conducting on the top of the road base. We are conducting 3 tests. First, the nuclear density gauge test will be conducted every 200 square meter area. 2 tests will be conducted. 1 test will be conducted and the 2 meter radius. In the 2 meter radius, 3 points will be taken, and the average which should be taken of that one, and should be not then less than 100% compaction. These are team, they are making the holes for the nuclear density gauge. As you can see it here, these are the third party people. If all the test required compaction achieved, 100% compaction is achieved, then they will give us a green signal and we will proceed for the next activities. The required testing, the Evenness and CBR, because the compaction we are doing for the first layer only compaction test, but for the final subgrade top and subgrade road base top layer, all the tests will be complied. The compaction test, Evenness test, and CBR. Now this is the final road base top level, and we are conducting the nuclear density gauge or compaction test by third party. Just almost passed. Once all the compaction test will be completed as per the required frequency, all the test will be recorded in the worksheet. The worksheet be signed by the third party as well as by the contractor, and then will be submitted to third party, and then they will submit the official test report to the consultant for final review and approval. The compaction test is almost okay. The compaction test will be continued until all the required test frequency is not completed. Now you can see the final product of the road base. It's very perfect and very nice, because if you have good team, then you can give a good production and good quality. The test will be continue until we will receive the reach to the final frequency. Now compaction test is almost completed, and another test is now ongoing here, which is called Evenness. The evenness of the road should be conducted on the road base top level, and this should not be more than 10 mm plus minus. If any point is more than this to be rectified as per the required specification, and the test interval should be 20 meter each. For the subgrade we are conducting 50 meter, but for the road base should be conducted after 20 meter. The down in the on the road which you can see, this is the 3 meter state edge. This is called wedge, and the reading is taken by the vernier. And this should normally be conducted in the transverse portion on both sides of the lane. Once it's all completed, it will be recorded by in the sheet and should be verified by third party and to be signed by the consultant team as well. Now we are almost reached to the existing point, the tie-in point. Might be this is the final reading. Every reading should be verified by the third party and to be checked also by the consultant team. This is very easy to learn by practical, that how we are proceeding. Now as you can see it here, it's almost completed the area. Compaction test is done also, and now we will proceed for the next activities, the prime coat. We conducted 3 tests on the top of the road base final layer: compaction test, evenness test, and now we are going for the mm.See CBR. mm.See CBR to be conducted as per the frequency. The purpose of this test to evaluate the bearing capacity of the road base material. The procedure for the mm.See CBR is the same as for the subgrade final layer. Just only the difference is the CBR. The minimum CBR for the subgrade is required 95%, and for the road base the minimum CBR is required 80%. This should be checked by level gauge, spirit level, the verticality. All the gauge should be calibrated and should be verified the third party as well as by the consultant. He is taking the reading while he is increasing the load up to the required measurement, and then will be recorded from the gauge. The reading will be recorded. As you can see it here, the reading is now moving forward. The pressure is the gauge on the gauge is coming here. You can see it here. Actually, mm.See CBR is the penetration of circular piston 1.2 mm per second as per the requirement. The other reading, it's almost now in the final stage. The mm.See CBR is completed. Now all the parts and the instrument will be removed, and now all the required test is completed for the road base top layer, compaction test, evenness test, and mm.See CBR. Then we'll proceed for the next activities, the prime coats. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any comments, please put in the comment box. And if you are new on my channel, please subscribe my channel and share with your friends.